So, Will, my sign says it's okay to use animals. I believe that it's okay to use pigs, cows, and chickens for food, clothing, cosmetics. They're on this planet for humans to make use of.
Okay.
What do you believe?
I believe I'm better than you. I believe the complete opposite.
Tell me why you believe the complete opposite.
Because they're innocent. They've done nothing wrong to you. Why would you do any wrong to them?
Surely we need our protein, right? We need to eat these animals.
Protein elsewhere.
Where? Grass.
Soya.
You need to get protein from animals. You can't convince me otherwise.
Do you need to?
But it's
I'm doing fine.
Well, it tastes so good though.
It tastes so good though. That's an awful argument, my friend.
It tastes so good.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of stuff that tastes good. There's plenty of stuff. You ever had good fucking stir fry without meat?
No, it always has to have meat.
It doesn't always though, does it, my friend?
Well,
But that's sort of that's a very biased argument.
human civilization
Does anything
could
have to have
But
anything.
human civilization would not exist today, like in 2025, if we weren't enslaving animals. Like enslaving animals is part of our DNA.
Yeah, maybe it wouldn't have survived so long, but we're now advanced enough to change it. Do you not think? Or are you not advanced? Are you primitive? Are you an ape?
Yeah.
Are you a prick? Are you,
Damn. Wow.
are you someone that wants to go and take someone else's life for your own benefit? Would you do that? Would you go and murder an animal right now? Would you?
Okay, I'm actually vegan.
Yeah, no, I thought so. I would have assumed so. Yeah.
So you're vegan.
I'm vegan.
So why did you go vegan?
Me and my girlfriend started. It started as a challenge, and then our morals were already aligned with it. We were vegetarian before. We just thought, fuck it, it's easy. Let's do it. It makes our lives better, makes us feel more morally aligned with what we believe in. So we thought, why not? If it's easy and we can do it, why wouldn't we? It's not a challenge anymore. It's just what our life is. It's easy. It's not a question of why would I eat meat? Why would I go and do something that's worse for the planet, worse for the animals, worse for for the other side, when I could do something that's so easy?
Exactly.
It's an easy choice.
Do you know what the original definition of veganism is?
Maybe. Tell me.
Yeah, so
Tell
it was
me.
defined in the 1940s by a man called Leslie Cross, and it's the ethical principle that humans should live without exploiting other animals. And the key part about that definition is it's not just you, right? It's not just your diet and your
of course,
wardrobe,
yeah.
but it's like a movement fighting against an injustice.
Yeah.
So it doesn't encapsulate just diet, it's also clothing, everything else. Do you think it's wrong for others to disrespect animals?
I don't think it's wrong, I think it's naive. There's a lot of cultures that are built around consuming animals and there's leather. Everyone has worn something with leather on, including myself, including you. Probably still do. Everyone has benefited from the death of an animal at some point, but it's selfish. And we are now evolved and we are now advanced enough to do the opposite and treat them with the respect that they deserve. There's enough material out there that isn't killing animals, there's enough food out there that isn't killing animals, that we can be able to make a conscientious choice to go and do the right thing.
Yeah, very nicely said. You would prefer the world to be full of vegans, right?
I don't think the world right now would survive if it was full of vegans.
But would you prefer like the people today walking around Buchanan Street to be vegan? Wouldn't that be a better world?
I would obviously prefer it,
Yes.
but it doesn't exactly work. People are too stubborn, people are too argumentative.
There are people who are willing to change. I've met people. who are willing to
There are
change.
plenty of people willing to change. I am one of them.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
are one of them.
Yeah, there are people.
There are, but unfortunately, 99% of the world are stupid. So what
Well,
can you do?
do you agree that animals should be actively defended?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They're the helpless ones. We're no longer living in a society or in a culture where we're wild. We're not wild. We're extremely civilized to the point where we should be able to understand that they are the minority. We are biggest influence on the earth, on the world, and we shouldn't be using them and to our advantage because they deserve it more than we do. Because we've just taken everything, given nothing back.
It's human supremacy.
Absolutely. Why should we take, use everything to our advantage and give absolutely nothing back? Why not give something back for once?
The idea is we don't have the right to use others.
No,
Just
of
'cause we're
course,
humans,
of course.
yeah.
Well, if you did anything that we did to animals, to a human,
I know.
then it'd be fucked up. You'd be in jail. Yeah.
Are gas chambers wrong, or are they only wrong when it's applied to humans? What about applied to pigs and chickens?
Absolutely.
They should just be wrong,
Yeah,
categorically.
it's wrong.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, wrong is wrong, right is right.
So,
And,
do you do any activism yourself?
I don't, unfortunately. I don't have the sort of basis to do that. I don't have the resources to.
The resources. But
Yeah,
like, there's already like events already set up, like groups already set up. You could join.
I'm in a sort of isolated world where I either don't have the time or don't have the say resources to do so. But I mean, I'd love to. It'd be something I'd really.
But would you be open like on in a weekend if there was an event?
Unfortunately, I work
You work
almost
weekends.
every day. Yeah.
But do you think that we owe it to the animals to do some sort of activism, be
I-
active
I'd
in some
say
way?
so. I'd say so.
Yeah.
I feel like I do enough in my own way to do my part, but you can always do more.
What do you do yourself that's active?
Well, in a way, my lifestyle, not consuming, not.
Being vegan is a passive thing, really, because all you're doing is you're just choosing other things in the supermarket.
No, I wouldn't say so because choosing.
It's like a bystander to bullying, right? You're not actually going in to stop the bully. You're just not participating.
Yeah, but by not participating, you're taking one away from you're not a bully.
Yeah.
So you're taking that 1% that is a bully, and if you're a bully as well, then you're making it 2%.
Being vegan's a neutral position. It's like what we should we all should have been vegan right from the beginning. It's just non-violence, but we should also be doing things as well to help these animals, to get them out of their cages, to get them out of the slaughterhouses.
What can you do in this world?
Convince others to change. That's one way, or you could disrupt. You know.
And how would you convince them?
There's been a lot of outreach over the years. Have you heard of a group called Anonymous for the Voiceless?
I think I have.
Yeah.
I think
so. They've developed a very strong outreach protocol to get someone from non-vegan to vegan activist. And if they're open and they're receptive, they make that change.
Right.
It starts with just
But it's
uncovering
an
people's
if,
beliefs.
Yeah.
So saying, do you respect other animals? Most
Yeah.
people say yes.
Yeah.
And then we go from there. There's a contradiction in your actions.
Yeah. Again, it's an if.
But the thing
if
is,
if people hold.
But if you're not active, there will be no possibility. If you do something, there's always you always have more potential.
There's action, and then there's offensive action, and most people take action as offensive action because it's their culture. No one wants to be told their culture's wrong. No one wants to be told that they're doing something that shouldn't be done. No one wants to be told that what they've been doing their entire lives is the wrong thing. So
Only people with a strong character do want to be told that, right? People who have a strong character, who want to change, who want to be enlightened, they will change. But there are people like us, right? We had to go through an uncomfortable experience to realize what we've been doing has been wrong,
we have to
and
be
then
weird.
we changed.
We have to be the odd ones.
But there are vegans, right, who wish that they became vegan sooner. You wish you went vegan sooner too.
I just think everything happened at the right time. Just think.
But
things
wouldn't you have
happen.
preferred not to be exploiting animals from the word go?
Well, absolutely.
Yeah,
But,
so
but
most
you can't change anything, can you?
Yeah,
You
but
can't,
the point I'm trying to make is that if vegans would have preferred to have been told earlier, then there are people out here who are ready to change, who will change if you talk to them, you know?
Yeah.
Who appreciates having their eyes wide open.
Maybe, but
Yeah,
you can't.
there are those people.
But you can't open someone else's eyes. They can only open their own.
Well, yeah, it does come from.
It comes from within.
But you're facilitating that.
You
You're
can be a
asking provoking
passage.
questions.
You can be a passage of information. You can never change anyone's mind. The only person that can change their mind is themselves.
But if
You
you
can
don't,
be-
if you
but
have
you
no
can-
conversations,
you
if you
can-
don't bring the topic to their attention,
Well,
right?
Of course,
That's
but-
what activism
but
is.
in a way, you bring your activism
Yeah.
through your lifestyle. I get questions all the time. Why am I vegan? Why am I this? Why am I that? I haven't pushed anything onto anyone. People are asking me the questions just because of the way I live. And by answering their questions, I'm helping them understand from a human view.
These pigs, cows, and chickens need more than this. They need more than just us
But
having
but it
a
starts
few
from
conversations.
but
They need
it
us to
starts
actually
from an
do
everyday-
something.
It starts from an everyday level. If they can't understand your everyday life, they'll never understand the whole point of everything. They see it as extremism. We see them as extremism. How can you make them understand something unless you show it on a day-to-day basis?
Living by example.
Living by exactly.
You can do that, but
Absolutely.
as well as that, I'm trying to inspire more kind of an activism heart in you, because these animals, they need to be actively defended by us vegans, because there are so few vegans, and we need to be vocal. We need to mobilize and try to convince others to change, because
there's a way of being vocal without being in people's faces. I think like this is a way of being vocal, like saying change my mind, whatever. This is a way of making yourself seem like you're the bad person, and then changing their minds on the topic because you're actually part of the right side of the argument, in my opinion. This is a good way of doing things. I think there's ways of being an activist that aren't hostile, If you see what I mean, like you shouldn't say you need to do this, you need to do that. And I feel like most
The activism I described is not hostile.
Well, I would describe most people's version of activism as hostile, as in.
But all justice movements in the past have needed that power, that push.
I have access to would be like, oh, you go to a vegan protest, or you go and do that, and that's hostile activism. That isn't positive activism, because all you're trying to do is force a view onto someone else.
No, because everybody's got the same view. Just most people aren't living that view, right? Everyone says they respect other animals, but only a few actually act on it. So all we're trying to do is highlight that contradiction. It's not forcing our views, not our vegan views on people.
But that's only if you can convince people to see it the same way you do, then you're a much cleverer man than most other people are.
If you were a pig in a gas chamber, right, you wouldn't just want people to stop putting you in the gas chamber. You would also want them to get others to stop putting you in the gas chamber and fight to release you. If you were in that position, you wouldn't just people to just say, I'm not doing it. But you know what's happening to me, but you're not speaking out, you're not doing anything.
But there's a lot of things that you can describe that to. There's a lot of issues in the world, but you can't be an activist for them all.
Pick one. And also, if you want to pick an injustice, this has the most victims. It's been going on for the longest, the most suffering, the most murder, the most abuse, and it's also an injustice where people don't even see these animals as victims. People are so blind to it. So there's so much work that needs to be done. We need activists. So what's your name? I'm going to end this conversation. Will. Nice to meet you, Will. I hope to see you maybe getting active someday.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope so.
Okay. See you, Will.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.